Let me tell you something. If there's one thing that I know in my entire existence, it's Glee. For today's video, we're gonna be ranking Glee ships because what else do I have to do? Literally nothing. Actually, I do have class today, so I don't have nothing to do, but I would much rather spend my time ranking ships of a show that came out 10 years ago that I've seen like 10 times. So I know the tier list trend is kind of like out, but I'm late to everything, so I might as well make a video about this, you know. So the truth is that this mic doesn't do anything. It's literally not connected to anything, but I like holding things because it helps me like focus or something. I don't know. So for this list, I made the tiers because, you know, I have a final say in this. So starting with number one, like the top tier, treble tones. If you're up there, you're the treble tone level iconic, and I feel like that's self-explanatory, and I feel like we were robbed. Number two, Run Joey Run. I know it's kind of controversial to put Run Joey Run up there, but in terms of iconicness and in terms of memorableness, I feel like if you're in Run Joey Run, you kind of slayed the house boots down. Number three, the new Rachel. I'm a firm Rachel anti, so I didn't want to put her name anywhere on this list anyways, but I think in terms of the new Rachel as a tier, I think it's a good way of explaining like not too good, not too bad. When the seasons changed over from 3 to 4, you know, they have the new Rachel. It made sense in my mind when I made it. I don't know if it makes sense now, but it made sense when I made it, so that's all that matters. Rocky Horror. Personally, I really love this episode. It's probably in like my top 10-15 episodes, but it's low because why did he make kids do Rocky Horror? Number 5, bottom, the depths of hell, is Will Schuester, because obviously he deserves to be last place. So that's how we're going to be ranking these. First, we have Britt and Sam. Personally, I really like them. I thought they were cute, but this was around the time that they started to like assassinate Sam's character. Glee has a trend of manipulating the character to fit what they want the season to be. They manipulate the character so that it works with the plot that they want for that season or that episode. Together, I thought they were funny. Like when they thought there was an asteroid coming, like they told everyone they were literally gonna die. Iconic. But not one of my favorite couples, so I think they go to Run Joey Run. Let's do new Rachel for now. For the next one, we have Puckleberry. Goodness, I feel like I'm gonna get hate for this. I really like them together. Like, I really enjoyed it, and honestly, I thought Puck was really funny and he was really nice. Like, it was enjoyable to watch, and I feel like it's a guilty pleasure of mine, and that's just the truth because they were cute. Quinn and Rachel. I never really saw this one, but I have seen a lot of edits of people like shipping them because the tension was there. Trust me, it was there. It's not terrible, but it's not good. So the new Rachel. Let's bring it back down for now. We're gonna drop it down for now. We're gonna check it later. Who is this? Becky and Artie. I don't know. Wasn't this like a 1 or 2 episode thing? Oh, I remember this storyline. To be honest, I think Becky deserved better. So it's going to Rocky Horror because honestly, they made Artie the villain. He was in his villain era, like villain the house down because he was like, I want to tell her no, but I don't know how to say it. Just tell her like any other person. Sue had a point. No matter how many times you try to make me not like Sue, I honestly think she outsells 95% of the time. The other 5%, she was absolutely feral, pushing people down the stairs. She was slaying, and that's just the truth.
That is a lawsuit, mister! I will sue your ass!
Artie and Brittany. That's my first Will Schuester. Because at first I thought it was cute, but honestly, Artie is a menace to society. I'm now realizing I don't really like Artie as a character. I think I just like Kevin McHale's voice. Ooh, she's hurt. I think Artie is a menace. I'm just now finding that out. Because he literally called her stupid.
God, Brittany, why are you so stupid?
Call the police.
I think Artie deserves to be in jail. I'm now realizing this. If there's one thing about me, I will ship clean until I die. This is my first treble tones. Yes. Honestly, I feel like they can do no wrong. They've never done anything wrong, and I stand by that. I don't know, I'm gonna get emotional. I think they have like the best meet cute, some of the best interaction. Their storyline roller coaster, and I'm gonna stand by them. It's a treble tones. Their interactions, number one, are freaking hilarious. She's like, I want to get married. He's like, I have gym. I feel like when you think of Glee and relationships, you instantly think of them, you know, for certain reasons they couldn't flesh out the story. And fun fact, when Rachel is just, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. When Rachel is like describing like coming back to school, that was how the show was supposed to end. And I think about that every day and I'm like, wow. Maybe I am biased just because I really love Corey. Not too keen on Leah, Sam, and Quinn. I think they are a new Rachel. They were trying to be like the new it couple or whatever. I wasn't too fond of them. I thought they were cute, you know, singing Lucky and stuff like that. But I personally was not a big fan. And you know what? That's okay.
That one's Venus. Planet of love.
It's actually Mars, planet of war.
We have Finn and Quinn. Will Schuster. I'm not even explaining myself. Will Schuster. Holly and Shu. Okay. I like this relationship because of the numbers it gave us. Kiss, Singing in the Rain when she got introduced. Holly Holiday singing Forget You when she came in with the kids. Hola, clase.
Nothing says bienvenidos quite like a buttered floor.
Honestly, because of Miss Holly Holiday alone, it gets a run, Joey, run. And to be honest, I felt like this relationship was one of the most realistic in the show because they just went two different ways. And good for Holly for leaving him because she did what needed to be done. If I was with him, I wouldn't stay either. Mercedes and Puck. Hate me all you want. But it was a slay. It was certainly a slay. Them being together for like 2 episodes. First of all, the storyline by itself, roller coaster. Him getting together with Mercedes and not even knowing her name but wanting to get popularity. Then by the end, she finds her worth and breaks up with him and quits the Cheerios. Absolute slay. The one of the episode is her getting a purple slushie because who likes grape? Literally nobody. Next we have Miss Santana Lopez and Rachel. You know, I see it. I'll give it a new Rachel only because it's low-key giving like enemies to lovers type B. It's a new Rachel for me because it's not terrible but it's not bad. Rachel and Brittany. Rachel and Blaine. My Joker. It's like next we have Puck and Lauren Zizes. I really like this one. Run Joey Run as well. The only thing that low-key tanks these for me is Puck. Like as a Rachel anti, I think that Quinn deserves better. Is Rocky Horror for me. Rory and Sugar Mata. I just didn't like the Rory and Artie like competing to date her storyline. It made her feel like an object. For that is giving Rocky Horror. This almost made me burst into tears. Trouble tones. And I'm not getting into it because this one, no, let's get into it because I'm about to go into a whole rant. It made no sense to completely like get rid of Mercedes and Sam in favor of Sam and Rachel. This is sickening to me. Like actually, like Rachel and Sam is like the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. It's truly sickening. It's truly annoying. And I feel like as a person, I shouldn't have to see that. You shouldn't have to see that. None of us should have to see that. And that's the truth. Sebastian Smythe and Blaine Anderson. I know that gelled hair anywhere. He assaulted him. He literally put rock salt in his eye. Like, Will Schuster. He almost took out an entire eye. I think Sebastian Smythe as a character, though, is kind of a slay. Because Grant Gustin, like, slayed that role. But he almost took Blaine out. Jesse St. James and Rachel Berry. The fact that they were endgame makes me sick. We know why that happened, you know. I thought they were cute. They had some great chemistry, great duets. But he made an omelet on her head. And now those little babies, whatever, souls are all in her conscience now. The fact that he was, you know, hired by Shelby at first to get Rachel to find her, that trope gets on my nerves so much. The was hired to do something else, or like, you know, it was a prank at first, but then, you know, they fell in love later and then they didn't want to do it anymore. Except Jesse did, because he literally was feeding her information. Puck and Quinn. I would put it in Will Schuster, but I like it a little bit better than Quinn and Finn, mainly because Finn tried to name the baby Drizzle. I'm gonna pass out. Okay, immediately. immediate trouble tones, and I'll tell you why. I really love them together. Like, when it came up, it seemed random, yes, because they literally just added it in at the end, like them just, you know, being in the coffee shop or whatever, and them like sneaking around or whatever. But when it comes back around and we get summer loving, had me a blast, and then the floating heads in the sky. I personally think that if you're not a Sam and Mercedes stan, you should be sentenced to the guillotine. And I feel so strongly about that. It's bringing me to tears. And it was one of the few relationships in the show that actually progressed into real life, like after high school, where we saw them interact with their like struggles of figuring out what their dream is, like for Sam, and then Mercedes still continue with her music, and then also not wanting to have sex with him like until she got married. Like, I felt like that was so good. Like, some of the best writing that Glee has done. Him just being in love with her is like everything to me. But then they took it away. Why would you spoon feed it to me and then rip the plate away? I think that is torture. Ryan Murphy, Brad freaking Falchuk, and Ian Brennan, you will be hearing from me and my lawyers. Rachel and I can't remember his name right now. Goodness, what is his name? Brody. Goodness. Okay, let's be fair. It was the new Rachel, and honestly that makes sense because, you know, the new Rachel, she went to New York, blah 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 blah. I didn't hate it and definitely didn't love it because Brody was kind of a weirdo. Tina and Artie, okay, as a friendship I like it. As a ship, not really, because again, Artie was just rude. It's a Rocky Horror for me. Kitty and Marley, oh my goodness, that was about to be so bad. I was about to give it a run, Joey, run. Kitty is literally a menace to society. Stay away from Marley. When she literally made her believe that she was gaining weight like over, that entire thing was insane. Her taking in her clothes, that literally directly led to her having an eating disorder. I think that's insane. Like, people have done terrible things on this show, but that was like literally doing harm. Like, Kitty and Sebastian are on the same level of like literally physically harming people, and I think that's insane. Moving on, Marley and Jake. He does not deserve her, and honestly I'm starting to think that I just hate everyone for being around Marley, and that is the truth. Literally stay away from Marley. She did nothing to like anyone, and she was literally just being shat on every episode. Sugar and Artie, I like it more than Rory and Sugar. But I'm not putting it in New Rachel because it's Artie, so it also goes in Rocky Horror. Will and Emma, I know it's Will Schuster, but I think it's cute. At some points obviously I want to throw up, but I think Emma saves it a lot. Mike and Tina, very cute, and I want it in Trouble Tones, and I feel like that's a hot take, but if you didn't put them in Trouble Tones, your take is cold, because I feel like Tina and Mike were so cute. Her proposing to him in the last episode said me and him being like, no, like obviously not. I think they're cute, and that's just true. Ryder and Kitty, literally jail. Maybe they deserve to be together because they're both literally the worst people ever. Immediately Blam is a run, Joey, run. I loved Blam so much, like as a friendship 100%, and at first I wasn't even looking at them in like a ship way, but I think they have one of the best friendships, especially considering when the show started to tank. I think that was one of the best friendships on the show. I thought it was cute. Oh, this is easy. We got a 2-for-1. Jake and Kitty, Ryder and Marley. I just don't fucking like Ryder. Okay, let me be nice. Ryder was giving like pick me boy, like I could be nicer to you than Jake. Literally nobody asked and literally nobody cares. I thought he was nice to... As a Glee, I think that I have all the rights, and I feel like this list is accurate because I say so. If you're a Gleek, you know. Glee is like the worst show of all time, and I can say that because I've seen it like 10 times. But you can't take away from me that it's my comfort show, and when I want to watch something that I'm gonna know word for word, I'm gonna put it on. That is just the truth. Everyone live to slay another day. The show's gotta go all over the place or something, and I don't know, bye.